Hello and welcome to the Nordic Takedown Podcast. This is the captain, Jason Kirk, speaking. You can also call me Fun Daddy. I know my kids do. But I'm also here with Adam. I'm so humble. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
And we've got Jonah, the Norwegian with friends.
Yeah. Hello. Busy season. Actually had an exam today, but great
nice.
to be here.
Yeah. I nearly didn't recognise you. I was like, who is this mustached Norwegian that's just popped into the the room here?
Yeah, I don't recognize
then I was,
myself.
there we go. There he is. Yeah. It puts at least 5 years on you. It is good.
That is true.
Yeah.
But I didn't say it. You did, so that's
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, there becomes that moment of you wanna maybe someone in their like early 20s, you wanna say no, that puts age time on you, but then maybe so like myself, where the best compliment to me would be, it takes 5 years off you.
Yeah.
It looks great. So that was a fun start to the episode. How are you both doing?
Good.
Life good? Apart from the exam? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Getting really dark in Trondheim. It was actually snowing.
snowed here too.
Winter depression kind of setting in.
And that snow is coming from the UK. I mean, what on earth? Yeah, but then like the UK has got loads of snow issues. Like, who would have thought the UK would be exporting snow to the Nordics?
I don't know.
Like,
That's how
come on. Whatever.
Obviously, that's how it works.
But
Exactly. Yeah.
That's why
Stars
Brexit
Unlimited.
happened. They could sell snow.
Yeah. Stars Unlimited can be like the beacon in the dark.
Yes.
Brighten up my day.
Indeed, yes. It's one of those things where you kind of want to start, getting ready for bed at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, just as it gets so dark. And it's only November. Just wait until we get to December.
Oof.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Well, that is life in the Nordics. So we've had some. We've had a big tournament that's been happening. Not we in the Nordics, but a big tournament has happened. With a set 3 cards, a little bit of meta to talk about, which I'll be leaving up to Adam and Jonah because I suck at talking meta. But I'm just here for the jokes. But until we get there, what have we been doing this week in the world of Star Wars Unlimited?
Yeah, I can go first.
Yep.
I have actually kind of this week, if you start counting from Sunday to Tuesday, been playing a lot of Star Wars Unlimited. Like, I had almost like a break last week. Unforced. Unforced. Or was it forced? It was forced upon me on my girlfriend. She was here for a week.
Don't put it like that, man.
Did not want me to play that.
Best way to start a marriage.
Yes. It was reasonable though, so I couldn't say, like, she comes here for a week. What she's supposed to do? Watch me play Star Wars? No. So
You teach her.
Start as you mean to go on.
Yeah. I tried, but it's hard not to beat people too hard. And it's hard to play like weak as well, because like
you should try my tip from last week, resourcing all of the good cards.
Oh yeah, that's true, and not show how bad the resourcing was. So I had a lot of catching up there. Like, we've been a few people testing a deck for the mana tournament, the Katina Brawl mana tournament, mana Torch.
Mana Torch tournament. Yeah.
And like Jonas has helped as well, and a few more. And so I've been just getting updates about like we could remove this card, test this, and I was like, sure, I can't test. So I felt like I was.
Tell me how it goes.
Yeah, I was like a week after, so I've started to test with the things they have been testing and ruling out and stuff like that. So it's been fun doing that. Also been playing some other decks just to tried out Django Red. We're gonna touch that later. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've been playing on the online league from Take the Initiative, and now I'm in the final where I'm playing Sabine Ciel.
Congratulations. That's great. You're playing with Sabine Yellow.
Sabine Green, ECL.
You're playing with ECL Sabine, okay, against the Sabine Yellow.
So, and that's first
not
time.
sure who I'm facing.
Okay.
Not sure.
Yeah, okay. That's the first time we have a Nordic Takedown in the final, right?
That's true. That's true. We have failed before.
Yeah.
In the semis.
But we are.
Yeah.
The failure is the road to success. That's what I always tell myself when I go 0-5 in weekly play. Failure is the road to success. I will get there one day. Yeah. But Adam has already got there, so congratulations.
Yeah, you just crack up the Legends Never Die anthem, and then you go. So that's fun. Trying like some new cards in it. Yeah, I got the Degener, so Ayla, one of the Colonel Yularen. So there is at least some new stuff to toy around with, which is fun. But yeah, that's basically what I've been up to. We'll see what I face in the final.
One quick question: have you gotten to play Admiral Yularen yet?
Yeah, I think I played him in my first round against Sabine Yellow. I think. I'm not completely sure. It's just a one-off, so it's been a bit. But I did not play it against Palp Blue today, which was the new Palp, by the way. So that was very interesting, very fun to play against that.
Yeah. I'm still looking to try that deck.
Me too. I have to do if I had a casual meta like that I could go weekly playing, I would so for sure do it. He feels so try hard sometimes to play on TTS. I'm gonna flip this and do this and this and this and this, and you get so confused, and I get confused. So
I feel the same trying to play Thrawn. On and you have to remove and press the right button, and then you press the wrong thing. And my week this week, I completely pressed the wrong button. And
I looked at your hand.
And I think I've completely put the discard pile and back into the deck, and then shuffled. Or something stupid like that. I was thinking, we can't undo this, can we?
That's kind of far off for what Thrawn's abilities do.
Yeah, exactly. This is Thrawn version 2.
Abused by Fun Daddy.
Thrawn is so cool and fun, but
Adam, that sounds
so much maintenance.
Yeah, he's high maintenance for
it's
sure.
It's like admin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember to do it.
Grand admin Thrawn.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the episode name, Grand Admin Thrawn.
Exactly, yeah. Which is actually something that I've been playing this week. Now, smoothly moving from Adam's week onto my week as well. I've picked up the Thrawn blue deck and playing around with that one. I say playing around with it. I'm just taking it from Thork's list so far and done nothing to it. But I plan to play around with it. And look at some possibilities there as well. But I like it. I went up against a red, red Jango Fett deck. And I think it's the Jango Fett deck with heavy on space.
Yes.
And they were some very close games actually, because the whole Thrawn thing, he can deal with what's going on in space, just with exhausting and putting stuff down. And my favourite thing was every turn I lost 2-1, but the game I won, every turn I was exhausting the really annoying TIE fighter that hits from A2 and
lurking TIE.
The lurking TIE, it's just exhausting it every single time, which gave me time to get my big boys out.
Nice.
And get through to the end. My 3 drop, I'm still. Do I go Grievous, Boba Fett, or the Sentinel guy that
Magma Guard?
Yeah, the Magma Guard as well. Around there, but it's actually got some legs now. I think Adam, you mentioned in set 1 that actually Thrawn is good, but it doesn't have the support yet, and I think it does have a lot of support now.
Yeah, I think that he had always the ability, right? Because his ability to look at the opponent's card, right? It's the always cool to know what you are up against, right? Yeah. Because some cards the opponent will never resource. Like you see that they draw an early Luke, you know that you will have to play around that, for example.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then the tap effect to go late. It's exhausting and admin style. but but I think he has the potential to be a really good control
It is
leader.
literally exhausting,
Yeah.
because that's his effect. But the fun thing was as well is also knowing what's coming and knowing when you're going to lose as well, because I think I revealed this card and it was a change of heart, and the only thing that I had going out on here was like, I'm gonna put. I was like, oh man, the only thing I can do here to actually put this out is putting my Snoke out. And then I knew he had change of heart in hand, and I knew how he was going to beat me with my own Snoke, and it was just the inevitable coming through. So it is that was fun. Yeah. And then I've also my weekly play possibilities moving from Manitorch has moved from Wednesdays to Thursdays now, which is near impossible for me to do weekly play, which is a shame. I'm trying to work stuff out so that it could be possible moving forward. However, I'm doing the whole Goldfish Bowl stuff, so I'm putting the decks together physically. I have Anakin Green combo here, very nice little combo deck that someone put on YouTube. Cool. I will try and find the channel because it's worth a mention. Basically using the space card. What's the space card called again that I was talking about? The
the shuttle or
the shuttle, the something shuttle. Frontline shuttle it's an action, defeat this unit, attack with the unit, even if it's exhausted. If it can't attack bases for the attack. However, if it has overwhelm, goes straight through. And so fun little thing here, which I had a little bit of fun with last night as well. Is some in real life play against a local, which I quite like. I showed Adam this. I only have 2 Hoyangs, and so I made my own proxy.
Nice.
There we go. So I've tried to draw Huyang there as the little robot with a Sharpie there as well. So those of you, obviously, this is great radio, great
yes.
photos in here, me showing cars to people there as well. But actually that could be one thing. What's the best cards people have used for proxies? So actually, instead of obviously, if you can't print out the cards to do that, using other cards, what's the best proxy that you have created?
Or are you just doing like me, flipping the back on the card and like this is this card?
yeah.
And hope that you only want to proxy one, because that's the only time it works.
I mean, that is a way of doing it. Also drawing on cards. I want to kind of find maybe get a Marvel.
Captain America, you said, right?
So Captain America, the first Avenger, to be proxy Avenger.
That would be cool.
Avoiding my
if your sleeves are opaque enough and you don't see like the back.
Oh yeah, I mean Dragon Shield double sleeves,
Nice.
that kind of thing. So it is possible, but that's kind of been my week. And then just trying to work out what else to build, where to go. Like Palpatine Yellow, I want to do Palpatine Blue is looking quite popular. I want to do something with Gore. The Quinlan Voss deck, the double yellow Quinlan Voss deck looks really fun. That Victor posted in our channel as well. Like, there are a lot of decks that I want to try, and there's a lot of decks that I know I won't be able to try, so I'm kind of trading away some cards because I know it's just not going to happen. Yeah, so that's my Swoo life.
Nice.
It's swooping.
I really like the list you mentioned, actually, Thork's blue Thrawn. I wondered, did you ever get to play Cad Bane?
Did I ever play? No, I didn't actually play that Cad Bane deck, unfortunately.
No, I mean the unit.
The unit.
Because it's in that list.
Oh yeah, I do have because I did pull 2 Cad Banes from my Twilight boxes, so I do have Cad Banes in there, and I never got around to playing it because I didn't have the need for it at the time, and because Django goes space heavy, there wasn't really the ground effects to do that, and I had better in my hand at the time.
Yeah.
So it's a very good situational option, I feel, that Cad Bane card.
Yeah. It can capture space as well, but it can't capture the lurking type, for instance. So that's
Yeah, no, of course, and everything else. The other things just weren't worth it compared to, I think I had Snoke in my hand, and you want to go with Snoke over Cad Bane, right? So
most of the times, if you're on 8 resources,
yeah, if you're on the space and you've got them both in hand. So that was that. I just want to check my. Yeah, so that was my week. I do like that. Really do like that one actually.
Nice.
So I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to enjoying it, if that makes any sense.
Yes. Yeah.
That doesn't mean I'm going to take it to the Cantina Brawl. For those of you who are trying to work out what I'm going to take, I'm playing around it.
You don't want to play 6 rounds of Thrawn plus Top Cut.
Yeah. The Anakin combo deck, just want to say, is actually MOGTCG YouTube site. It's kind of Mog's Anakin combo, 31 damage as well. So it kind of fell on the this little combo.
31 damage in one turn. What?
Apparently so, but you need to be like taking 20 have damage to your base at the time. He comes out for 8. You at the general's blade, and then you bring out Huyang to give it another +2.
And bravado or something already.
No, but then you hit with it, and then you ready again with the shuttle, and you go through something to hit again, and so you, depending on what you're hitting and what you're overwhelming through, that's what you can do. And then you have things like K2SO, Heroic Sacrifice,
Nice.
pushing that damage as well. So
Seems like
really
a cool
cool.
concept.
But again, it's a combo deck. It doesn't always go off.
Yeah.
It has got some options in there. It's not complete, but it's really
Yeah.
good. So it'd be really good to see if other people have tried it.
Yeah. So, Jonah, do you have played
What are you?
anything yourself, or only study?
I've been playing a little bit in the Take the Initiative League. So I think I've qualified for the next season's Top Cut. So that's going to be nice. Also, I had a talk with Pontus about the Hunter list. So the yellow one.
That conversation was
I posted.
happening in our Discord, wasn't it?
Yeah. I don't think I posted the updated version. I'm trying to lean a little more into Underworld, because I realized the lines with now there are 2 of them were kind of not that worth it. So I put in more of an Underworld package. So it's not only for turn 2, right? Going from a 2-drop to a 5-drop, but you could also go, for instance, from a 4-drop to a 7-drop. And we know Enfys Nest and Han Solo are both pretty good. 7 drops in cunning heroism. So that could be cool. Still, I tested it a little bit, and it feels still a little bit underpowered. But in some matchups where you can really kind of grind out the value from Hunter's ability, it might be decent. Other than that, just been playing around with some decks. I think I mentioned last week, for instance, Luke.
Oh yeah. But like with the Hunter deck, that is also quite exhausting to play, right? With all
but not in the same way, because with Thrawn you tend to forget to do the ability. With Hunter, you just have to check your resources all of the time, right?
Yeah.
So that's also annoying, but at least you do that whenever you want to use the ability. With Thrawn, it's more like, oh frick, I have to do this thing.
Kudos to my opponent from last week, Raycop, who for the first game he was reminding me every time. Do you want to trigger? 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 Super nice guy. So yeah. But it's that thing you've got to have check on the game state.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Pontus and I looked a bit at Blue Hunter 2. I think Blue in general is looking like a really good aspect in the meta right now. I feel like many decks are just good with Blue. And we've also gotten a great new card, Perilous Position.
Yeah.
So maybe that could be good in the Thrawn deck as well.
Yes.
Because Django is really popular. They're great to get rid of the lurkers, but also that's the thing that kind of opened my eyes a little bit. Putting perilous position on leaders is so powerful because you're first of all exhausting them to stop the first attack, and for instance making a 4/7 into a 2/5 is pretty nice.
Yeah.
Like a 2/5 doesn't trade with anything.
No, yeah, it's
just
a bad unit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because it comes out later. It's not it doesn't become a Sabine.
Yeah.
That comes
Yeah,
on
exactly.
4. It comes like on 6 then.
When we're
7.
at that stage of the game, it's not gonna be that useful.
Yeah. So, like other decks that has been popping off this. Let's just start with the Django Red, right?
Yeah, let's move it.
It's the deck to like the hype deck right after this SCG con in Columbus. It did well in all 3 days. I think it won once at least. Won once and had some. There was a split for top 8 once, so who knows? Maybe it would have won then as well. But it's basically Django Tarkin Town, which is like a up-hotted version of Boba Red from Set 2.
Yeah, and if you tuned into the Zurich tournament that Thark and I casted, there we saw Boba Red really dominate, and we talked a bit about, okay, if Boba gets banned, you just replace with Django and it's almost as good. But the thing at that point that I didn't really realize is that, yes, you lose the explosive turns you can get with Boba, reading so many resources with Tarkin Town, but you gain the ability to exhaust, which is really good, it seems, against Sabine.
Yes, like, I think overall Boba Red is better, but versus just Sabine, Django is so much better because she can't race.
You can't play a Darksaber anymore, you just get exhausted.
Yeah, but I think the other difference there is that, and the nicer thing is that Django, okay, might be better in some matchups, but he is beatable.
Yeah,
he is more beatable than Boba is, because the option with Boba is that it was an easier deck to play. Whereas Django, it might be stronger, but in good hands is a good deck, but it's not unbeatable. There isn't an unbeatable deck right now.
Yeah, I think
so. So I think it's quite healthy that like another deck like this has come through.
I was kind of surprised to see how popular it became. I didn't expect him to just replace Boba in that sense.
No, I think it's kind of a bit surprising for me as well. But I guess all the Boba players, you were like, "Hey, let's go to Daddy," and like and play him. Especially like in an early meta with tournaments like this, they have limited time to practice. Remember, so taking like Sabine or like the shell of a Boba Red, then it's going to be a lot easier to like pick up and learn basically, because you only have to switch like maybe 5 cards and the leader power in this instance, and people were hyping it from the beginning, so I think people might have tinkered with it a bit before release as well.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's actually a quite fun deck to play as well. I like that we have a space option deck. So not everything is revolved around ground battles in every deck. You actually have to have answers in space.
Yeah, that's cool. And one thing that I'm kind of interested in is how fast the meta now is going to evolve into more of a controlling meta.
Yes.
Because we did see Iden Blue, Palpatine,
Akira.
Yeah. And I do think people will start focusing on actually answering Django.
Yeah.
So maybe Iden Blue and what's it called? Bosk.
Boss Blue.
Bosk Blue, yeah. Will be more prevalent this weekend. Birmingham.
Yeah, in Birmingham. Yeah.
And then we might see Sabine come back as an answer.
But, to the controls.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite open. It's very hard to know. I think it was very interesting to see like the diversity. Like one day there is like a pulp yellow in there, like and there was like a Tarkin blue in the top 8, which is very interesting. So we see like old leaders and new leaders getting a chance.
Actually, I'm seeing now both the Palp Yellow and the Django deck plays the new 3-cost spaceship, Elite P38. Was that Starfighter?
Yeah, is that the 3/2 that pings?
Yeah. Yep. When played and when defeated, deal 1 damage to units.
Yeah, that is a card that is so much better with Django than it would have been in Boba, right?
Yeah.
With the pings.
Still decent to enable Tarkin Town, but
yes.
The exhaust is so flexible.
Yeah, and like it also makes it more space units that are viable for the deck compared to what Boba had in set 2. So they don't have to mix with things on the ground and stuff like that. So no, I think Django Red is definitely. I think it's here to stay for a while at least. Maybe it won't be top all the way, but like it's niche since it's going space. So since not many does that, it's always gonna have a place, right?
Yeah. I have heard some people talk about, for instance, a green-blue deck being the answer because they have access to a lot of great defensive space units. Like Conquer Dawn and Bright Hope. So maybe something like the new Boba Daimyo with blue base.
Yep.
Could have a pretty decent matchup.
Yeah, and they can actually do a lot with the ambush, trade up and stuff like that. So that could definitely be the case. Boba Dynamo, like I think it's too sad for him that he doesn't get the yellow, so he can play with the armor. But but otherwise, he looks very interesting as well.
Yeah.
I completely agree. Which deck are we talking about? I'm going to be completely honest. Just for the interest of keeping the recording going, I had to pop out and help with my sick kid who woke up, and just make sure he's okay. But I trust that the conversation went okay. Which deck were we talking about? That was
we're talking about the Boba Blue deck that we had Arendelle visiting, talking about.
That has been looking very good,
and that it might be decent into Django because it has access to some defensive space units.
Yeah, I told you I agreed. Nice. Anything else that's good coming out of the meta right now, or things that they're seeing a lot? We're seeing a lot of people talking about.
For me, it's surprising that there hasn't been more Quinlan. I thought he was going to be quite strong early in the meta. Like people would like find good decks to make with. Now there's 2 of them with him, and stuff like that. I think that he had a good like potential. There is like one I see that there's like Quinlan ECL deck. I think it's ECL, right? It's green at least.
No, it's not green.
So that is a little bit surprising. I feel like I thought he would have more play, but it's early.
I think coordinate is something that's growing. From what I've seen from conversations going out, and so I think coordinate can be really strong, especially if you can flood the board a little bit to pull off, like for example Plo Koon with Quinlan Voss can be very good, for example.
I think it's not that bad as people thought. Let's say that at least. It's not that hard to trigger it.
No, if you can stay on curve, it can be really good, because obviously if it helps with his. You can be dealing a damage to the unit that is being played out every time if you're staying on curve. So yeah, that's the thing. If you can do, whether that's efficient with how you play, efficient with your playing. So if you're staying on curve, you're just playing out the one unit each time, right? And then dealing the damage to something that costs less. And so if your opponent is playing out more expensive units than you are, it's quite difficult to be able to deal that damage that you might need to. I would have thought Tarkintown would have been quite good with Quinlan Voss, because obviously doing that one damage and Tarkintown going in there, so Quinlan Voss Red could also be pretty good. But then
I played a lot with that in the beginning. I thought it was going to be good.
Yeah, I mean it's not a bad list.
No. Yeah, I'm just let's say I'm surprised not more maybe I played it like something like that, because I think it has legs. But
honestly, I think Han too.
Yeah,
because I'm a bit surprised I haven't seen more of him, both ECL and Blue, because Boba being gone, that at least was like probably one of the worst matchups for him. But maybe it's not that good into Django. I haven't played that.
No.
Yeah,
I'm wondering what because obviously I played a Han 2 Blue quite similar to yours, Jonah, at Malmo, and you played it way better than I did. We're looking at our record, but I'm wondering what the Twilight Republic
upgrades
would be to that deck. Like, do we bring in the Zillow Beast? Do we bring in what other units are there that we can bring into there? Because there's already some pretty strong with Poe, Luke Skywalker, that line.
Yeah, good question.
Another conversation we should have, like, what's better, the Crate Dragon or the Zilla Beast? Because the Zilla Beast can come in and just stick around.
Crate is, in my opinion, by far better.
Conversation over then.
Yes, because of the ability.
Yeah,
it will always deal damage. Zillow Beast will just get answered by removal, and then you're back to zero, right? Yeah. So the fact that Crate in and of itself can be a win con is just so wild.
But because Zillow Beast, there's a space for Zillow Beast, because Zillow Beast can still swing a little bit because it weakens everything, and so it can still stick out there for the next turn to make sure you're still hitting for that 10 straight on. It's just something that I've noticed that when I've played Zillow Beast, I've had a lot more effect on the game state than when I played Crate Dragon.
Yeah. I think if Zillow said when the regroup phase starts, heal 5 damage from your base would be a lot better, because then you could play it kind of as an answer to a big ground board, giving all of them -5 and eventually healing you. So maybe forcing your opponent to start trading into it. But right now, with it just healing itself, I feel like your enemy is just gonna ignore it, go base, and at that point maybe kill you. Or
it also has a little bit, like, if it had Overwhelm, it would also been a little bit better. It's very easily blocked by a Sentinel. But
that is true. Yeah,
but still a really good question. If there are any new cards to play in the Han Blue list? Because when I said I'm interested in it, it was with the set 2 list, honestly, with no changes. But I haven't looked into if we've gotten any great new grit units or something like that.
I'm not sure.
I don't think.
I don't have anything on top of my head. Maybe Kid-Eye Mundi and Anakin Skywalker, like, if you want to go coordinate, but those are like in Poe spot, but you might want to have more than just Poe.
I mean, Kid-Eye Mundi is a 4 cost 5/5. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
There is an action card that could be, it's a common Grim Resolve, attack with a non-leader unit, and it gains grit for this attack. So you're giving something grit that already has the damage on. So maybe you can bring in play this onto your Luke Skywalker that anything that you brought out damage the turn before.
A redemption. You play Redemption with 8 damage, and the next turn you attack for...
Yep, there we go.
How much is that?
You heard it here first on the Nordic Takedown.
Yeah, 14. Yeah.
The
That's
Grim
a pretty
Resolve.
neat play. Yeah, that could be like a 1 or 2 off in the deck just to have like as a combo piece. But
just for when you need it there. There we go.
Nice one.
I have brought something to this game.
Yes.
The Fun Daddy Special, Grim Resolve on Redemption.
Fun Daddy Special. Oh man, this all sounds so wrong.
That's what makes it funny.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, do we have any more from the SCG Con that we want to discuss? I mean, Anakin, I guess we've discussed a little bit before, but that's a very good hero.
Yeah.
Very strong.
Good hero.
The fact that he is often a 7/7 on deploy is wild.
Yeah.
Like Maul 6/6 overwhelm. How about you have a 7/7 overwhelm instead?
Yeah. Or just a 6/7 overwhelm.
Yeah. Also good.
It's like
But if people going for coordinates and exploit and they're kind of pushing out, going up against the decks that go wide, you're going to have smaller units to overwhelm through.
Yeah.
As well. So, it's not like you're trying to hit through Luke Skywalkers or Poes or anything like that. You are going to be always hitting through the well, not always. A lot of the time you're going to be hitting through the small ones.
Yeah. But there are also the instances when you play against a bit of a control style, then he is just a 4/7 deploy. But in general, he's a good hero, definitely.
Yeah, no, of course. And if you're playing against control, you want to be using the effect to hit your own base, even if you're not attacking.
Yeah, sometimes,
even if you're not attacking the units.
You have to attack the units. That's
actually, you can attack the base still. You just don't get the boost.
Can you?
Yeah. I had the card in front of me. It reads.
Why am I so bad at reading?
Action. Exhaust. Deal 2 damage to your base. Attack with a unit. If it is attacking a unit, it gets +2 for this attack. So you can just use it to attack and do yourself the damage. And so when you bring it out, it's got enough. It's got that 10.
Damn.
Yeah.
Thing there as well.
Now you've brought something more.
Exactly. See what happens when I actually get these cards on the table and play these decks. And not just trying to make Chewbacca work every single night.
I'm calling double blue Chewies. Stop and jangle.
It could be. There's some blue. Like you just said, blue's got some stuff here. But then also yellow. Cunning has some spice in this set. Cunning is strong. Here as well. You've got Plo Koon. I'm also looking like a possible bit for like I kind of try to get Chewbacca as the leader just because it's Chewbacca. It could be any blue leader really, but like a Jedi. There's so many good Jedi with yellow and blues. Like all the Jedi that you have there: Ahsoka Tano, Plo Koon.
I think there is a blue-yellow or yellow-blue hero deck. Yeah, there is something there that is maybe we don't know if it's going to be broken or busted, but it's definitely something that's good around there. I feel like
exactly. Yeah, but there isn't really broken and busted anymore in this game. No,
Sabine.
There's tools now to deal with Sabine. There are more tools to deal with Sabine and slow her down, especially in cunning. Yeah. Especially if you can slow her down and do that, do that.
At least we haven't found out that something is broken yet. I think that's good.
I do find it interesting when like some videos I watch was that I think I've just broken the game. Probably not. Full respect to the amazing combo, but I don't think people have broken the game just yet.
Throwback to set 2 when we were reviewing the Han deck that could play Poe turn 2, Crate Dragon turn 4.
Yeah, exactly. What happened to that
so
one?
Disgustingly good, and it was really disgusting.
Do you remember that episode when we talked about how good Maul is going to be?
I wish I wasn't on
we
it.
were just hyping.
Yeah, I know. But this is also a good reason to why you shouldn't listen to everything we say.
Or I might
Let's
not
bring
have
ourselves
been on
down to a more humble
No,
level.
you weren't there, Adam.
that. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's bring ourselves down to like a more a humble level, and
Yes.
we're not talking about
How good Maul is.
for a cause into a dark saber, that kind of humble level. We are see you were so we had to bring you down there, Adam. But no, but what happened to Maul? Like it just wasn't as strong. People was like, oh, this is a really strong ability, but
The ability wasn't strong.
Yeah,
No.
deploy side looked cool. You could do some combos with it, but it's not good enough to play.
No.
Just because
Yeah.
of that.
I think the deploy side is the like the good part. Yeah, like because
Yeah.
it's a 6/6, which is like the highest stat line if you don't have an Anakin damaged like leader
Yeah.
that you can get, which is pretty good. But just his normal ability is like you're playing without it until like round 7 or something, because it's not impactful unless it's on a big unit, really.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. If it
that was
was
surprising.
if it was give overwhelm and +1,
Yes, that would have been better.
then we could really make some
That would have
powerful
been
there.
fun.
Being
Yeah.
able to trade up.
Yes. And always have either get damage over or you trade it up to something that you should not have killed.
Yeah. The deck needs to be stronger than the unit, I think, there in that as well. But then
Yeah.
I think that also goes with the whole thing. The leader isn't better than the deck.
Yeah.
Now you need to have the deck to support what you're doing.
So we talked a little bit about last week as well, the disappointment of Maul, but yeah, happy surprise with like the Django. So I guess we should still keep optimistic, right?
Yeah.
Oh, always.
So yeah, I think that might be it for tonight, right?
Yeah.
No, I think so. I think we. I think this is one of our more kind of relaxed, fun episodes where we're just enjoying the game. And that's the thing. We can get serious sometimes. We're looking at that, but this is the kind of place where it's kind of this limbo place before we get the real showdowns and the actual stuff happening here, where we just want to explore the game, and we want to encourage you to do that as well. So. Fun ideas, stuff that you think is good there. Get in touch with us. Let us know what you think is your things that you're trying out, things that that you think could be good that you're not sure about, and just encourage you, like especially if you bought a load of cards, just put some stuff together and try something out. Over the
Join
kitchen
the
table,
Discord.
Gold Fist Bowl. Join the Discord. Let us know. We'll put
Try the
link in
Fun
there.
Daddy special.
Try the Fun Daddy special. Which one was Fun Daddy special? again?
Redemption into Grim Resolve. Attacking
Redemption
for
into
14.
Grim Resolve. Yeah. Do you mean Grim Resolve into Redemption, or you play Grim?
You play Redemption first and then Grim Resolve next time.
I see what you mean. You're not playing.
But actually, the big takeaway of today is if you have Anakin, you want to deploy, you're 8 damage on your base, you need the 6 power on Anakin,
do it
you
anyway.
attack even though there's no unit.
Wow. Yeah, that was good info. It was good info.
That's big.
There we go. You heard it here first from the mouth of the Fun Daddy. Great.
See ya.
Thank you, everyone, for listening in. We'll see you next time, and
Have a good one.
may the force be with you. Have a good one.
See ya.